I'm a nice man. Yeah, I'm a nice man.
We would like to welcome you to the Squared Circle 101. Now, we missed last week, but this week we are here and we're just going to cover all of your wrestling needs. Travis, how would you like to start us out?
Let's start off with our very quick rundown of Night of Champions.
Let's do it.
Alright, so pretty much what happened was Daniel Bryan beat The Miz for the U.S. title. Kofi Kingston lost to Dolph Ziggler. Big Show beat CM Punk. Randy Orton won the WWE title in the six-pack challenge. The Hart Dynasty lost their tag titles to
Tag Team Turmoil, which was eventually won by Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre.
And the women's title
Was unified as Michelle McCool defeated Melina.
And
Kane finally did it. He finally got the win over his brother, The Undertaker.
that was Night of Champions. Let's move on to Raw. Last night, we saw the fallout from Night of Champions. We'll start off with the promo of the night. This was my pick this week. And I am choosing the Edge, Zack Ryder, and Daniel Bryan promo. I like funny promos. I don't like just promos that are good. I like funny ones. And Edge, since he has been hit on his own, has been one of my favorite promo deliverers. And he was gold again with the Zack Ryder being goofy and him telling off Zack Ryder. John, what happened basically?
Zack Ryder I guess he was trying to remind Edge of their old days of when Zack Ryder used to be an Edge head along with Kurt Hawkins and how they would do his dirty work for him. And he wanted to rekindle the flame of their partnership, and Edge just was not interested. And Daniel Bryan said, "Can you guys keep it down? I'm trying to read," or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, he had like a book in his hand.
Yeah.
But it's just Daniel Bryan, man.
Daniel Bryan.
And Edge, he just told Daniel Bryan to get lost, or I'll fight you in the ring or whatever. And Daniel Bryan was like, "Okay, let's go." But what makes it funny is just the reaction between Zack Ryder and Edge. You have to see it really to understand it, but it's just so funny. And that was promo of the night. Just a quick rundown of Raw would be there was a gauntlet match between Cena and Nexus. Cena beat everybody in the Nexus.
Except for Wade Barrett.
Except for Wade Barrett, because at the end of the fifth person, which was Justin Gabriel, the rest of the other parts of the Nexus who'd been beaten by him came and attacked him, which ended up in a disqualification.
So now, at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, which is under 2 weeks away, it will be Wade Barrett and John Cena in a match where if Barrett wins, Cena joins the Nexus, while if Cena wins, the Nexus is done. But however, we cannot confirm if this match will or will not be inside of Hell in a Cell.
Let's move to the match of the night, talk about it. Definitely and hands down gotta be John Morrison versus Chris Jericho. Contrast the two completely different styles. Jericho's mostly a technical wrestler, and
Morrison's a high flyer, obviously.
Yeah, who's using this new gimmick of him doing parkour.
Parkour, yeah.
Parkour, which is the art of free running, the training of it and stuff. But it just creates these really awesome high-flying moves that a lot of people could probably do. Guy's athletic. But it was just a great match. They put on a show. Everything looked like it was spot on. Didn't look like any botches, or it was just a smooth running match.
Guys
really.
like Jericho and Morrison, who are very sound in the ring, you don't really get much botches.
Which is, why I think it deserves match of the night.
I would say that.
And ended up with Morrison winning, with of course Starship Pain, and Jericho just kind of
is going on like a losing streak, kind of.
And he's just beside himself with his, you know, inability to win. And then we go on through the night, and we get a promo between him and Randy Orton. It ends up with him facing Orton next week, needless to say. And if Jericho can beat Orton, he'll be the #1 contender after Sheamus.
Speaking of Orton and Sheamus, it's been announced that their rematch will take place at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view inside of the structure known as Hell in a Cell, which we haven't really talked about on this show before. Hell in a Cell has created some great memories, great matches, and we can look for some more of that at Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, I guess.
Let's move on to NXT, because this is going to be real short.
Yeah.
We're not going to cover NXT anymore. It's become a joke.
Yeah.
No, it's just...
I would just like to put in my 2 cents on a few things.
Go ahead.
Caitlyn, Vicky Guerrero's wrestler. She can wrestle alright, but she's the hottest one on there, so that guarantees her a contract.
AJ's the best wrestler.
And she's pretty hot too, right?
So she's probably going to win it. If not, she's guaranteed a contract in the upper stage. Naomi, the most athletic.
But
John's heard a lot about her botching moves, which if she fixes that problem, she'll have a contract.
Oh yeah, possibly.
But yeah, we're done talking NXT. They've pretty much made it a joke.
Yeah.
Cole's left the show now. It's a joke. It really, really is. Let's see. Yeah, Matt Stryker needs to get off that show too. And definitely so does Josh Matthews. But that's enough of NXT. It's a joke. We've made that point.
Should we talk about TNA Impact from this past Thursday?
Yes, let's talk about TNA.
Well, they didn't air it the previous Thursday, so they just went ahead and aired what would have happened this Thursday, I guess. This was the fallout from the No Surrender pay-per-view, where they talked about Angle and Hardy not being able to find a winner in their match due to the time limit draw and the bleeding and stuff like that. Yeah, we discussed that a few weeks ago. Well, anyway, this resulted in Jericho versus Hardy in a no time limit match on the main event for Impact. And in this match, they both ended up in a situation where there was like a pinfall on each other. So, in other words, once again, they couldn't find a clear winner, so it Bound for Glory is just going to be a triple threat for the title.
What else?
What else happened? I'm trying to remember. Brian Kendrick got a surprising win over Matt Morgan, and Tommy Dreamer, in the segment before that, he tried to make peace with Fortune and said EV2 was done if they would accept his offering, and then Fortune just beat down on Tommy Dreamer, and Brian Kendrick came out to help, and that's what led to that match. But another big, well, the guy that definitely gets the pop of the night, who has been buried in TNA's card, Samoa Joe. Like, I don't know what happened to him. He used to be a former world champion, but now he's reduced to teaming with Jeff Jarrett to face Sting and Kevin Nash. And apparently Pope has turned heel now and has sided with Kevin Nash and Sting. And, of course, Abyss had a segment, which, if you watch the John's Rant segment of this show, you will see everything I had to say about it.
Which, if you don't know and you haven't seen it, John's Rants is a unedited, rated R,
uncensored
version of this show in a nutshell.
Rated R Superstar. I'm sorry, I just had to do that.
It's okay. But yeah, it kind of describes the show. It's just a real brief segment of John talking about what's bugging him in wrestling. A little bit more for you people who are wanting a little bit more spice to the show.
Hey, how many people can say that they know a Greek who's rated R?
Let's talk about SmackDown. SmackDown, this past week was just the lead up to Night of Champions.
We saw once again a segment of Kane tombstoning The Undertaker in the middle of the ring, which would culminate his victory on Sunday's pay-per-view.
We seen Christian take on CM Punk, possibly setting up a feud, maybe with him or Christian, maybe with Alberto Del Rio. Christian's got a lot of options right now who he could feud with.
I think the best thing to do with Christian is to push him into the main event scene.
It'd be a good decision once this Undertaker and Kane feud. I'd like to see him win the title. That'd be nice.
He's definitely due. If Edge could do it, why not Christian?
Exactly. What else did we? We've been. I mean, come on. There's gotta be more. For the past 2 weeks,
we
have noticed some.
I guess you can say, Travis, are we actually done now? I'm drawing a blank.
I really am too. There's no. I mean, we've got to be forgetting something. Oh yes, the redheaded stepchild of the WWE.
Heath Slater.
No, not Heath Slater. He's the Wendy's redheaded stepchild. No.
WWE superstars.
You are correct.
Yeah.
John, did you have the honor of getting to watch it?
Actually, no, because WGN America decided not to show the rerun.
For whatever reason.
I used to just catch the rerun on Sundays at noon, but for some reason they didn't show it this week. Had to watch Cheers instead.
Well, I didn't really get to have a chance to watch it either. I was hoping you did.
It was superstars. Who cares?
Yeah, but normally we plugged it before. Why can't we plug it again?
Because we didn't see it.
Good point.
I mean, guys, if you actually are a fan of Superstars, we apologize for burying this show, but we rarely get to see it because it's just a show to spotlight guys who don't get the chance on TV normally.
I mean, like we've said, it's been a hectic 2 weeks, including this week. We've not been on our normal schedule. We're dropping NXT from coverage. We are trying...
The rise and fall of the Squared Circle 101.
No. We're getting back to it. I'm going to watch SmackDown this week. I'm going to be caught up. TNA, John, of course, got that covered and locked down. I've got Raw locked down. But just give us time. We'll be back to form. But thank you all for staying with us, sticking with us. We hope you enjoy watching us and our opinions, and just like to thank you all, really. So this will do it for this episode of the Square Circle 101.
101.
And
101.
subscribe to us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Both of those accounts are the Squared Circle 101.
Be sure to check out our Twitter.
We don't have a Twitter yet. Don't listen to John. We'll be getting a Twitter soon.
Be sure to look us up on MySpace. Oh wait, that website's dead.
Yeah, MySpace is dead, John. Just please subscribe. We really need the support. And we need people to ask questions. Get involved on our posts, guys. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So we need you to give us questions and stuff.
It's not helping us to post fake stuff on our Facebook page for laughs.
Yeah, you help us out here, people.
At least comment to our fake stuff that we're posting for laughs. I mean,
or the questions that we pose. You know, when we put, what did you think of, this past Raw? Post what you thought. Answer. Come on. We need help. We need support. But thank you all who are supporting us. Thank you all for the followers. We'll see you next week. This is Square Circle 101 out.
See you guys.